If you're a fresher or a mid-career professional who's been applying for jobs but is not getting any response, today's video is for you. I want you to invest the next 8 minutes watching this video completely so that you stand a better chance of getting your profile shortlisted. Now, first and foremost, the profiles we have seen carry very generic statements. I am a team player, I am an enthusiastic person, I am a fast learner. And over a period of time, after looking for so many profiles, these words have lost value for us. What we look for is a person who is talking facts and telling rather than generic statements. He's talking about his achievements. He's talking about the value that he brings onto the table. He's focusing, instead of saying that he's a good team player, he's talking about he has led teams, he has launched new teams, he has set up new teams, and he has led his team to achieve certain goals. If you're in sales and marketing, rather than telling you're a good go-getter, you should be talking about what has been your achievement in the last job that you have done in sales. Or if you're in implementation side, rather than talking about led a project team for implementation of X project, you should be specifying that I've led a team of 10 programmers and I have implemented this within this much time, which has led to savings of X percentage for the company. That is something which attracts attention of a panelist or a recruiter, and he is keen to see more in detail about this profile. Profile pictures are again a big problem. I have seen profile pictures where people are wearing t-shirts or they are holidaying and they have put a picture in their profile when they are sending it for an application. Strictly no, please avoid doing that. Either you put a professional photograph which looks very professional, where you are dressed formally and you're posing for a photograph for this purpose. If you do not have, please do not put any photograph. But if you're putting it, please ensure it's a proper cover photo which is looking very professional, because the profile is a document which is going to leave an impact about you in the person's mind, whoever is looking at or reviewing the profile. So it is a pitch. Even before you go for an interview and talk about yourself, they are actually evaluating you based on the profile. So make it a good profile. Talk about your achievements. Don't talk about subjective statements. State numbers wherever possible, and try to talk about your ROI and not just good skill sets, right? Now, if the job is specified a skill set in which you need to be an expert or you need to have some experience, and if you have that experience, please elaborate on it a little bit, talking about why your profile is suitable. So you need to put a note towards the end of all the profile facts that you have stated, that I feel I'm more suitable for this role because you're looking for so skill, and I have done in my previous jobs these things and achieved so many things. So humanize it. It shouldn't look that you have just gone to a tool, resume making tool, and stated some facts and put up a profile. It should look that you're putting in effort to make the profile, right? Now, one important tip which we wanted to give you in this video is, there is competition. There is the threat of AI that everybody is worried about, that AI is going to take away our jobs, which might be true to us an extent, but I want you to think about how you can use AI wherever you can in your professional lives to be more productive, to be more efficient in your work. And starting with making your profile. Now what happens, you have made a profile which you are sending it for all kinds of job applications which you are interested in. I want you to relook at that approach of yours and use AI there. How do you do it? If you're applying for a role, let's say you're applying for a marketing role in a company, and that company is looking for certain skill sets in marketing. Marketing is a huge area. Now, there are so many activities a person does in marketing, but this company is looking for a person who has more experience in certain areas of marketing, okay, which you do not know. So when you see marketing, though you have read it, you say that, okay, I'm qualified in marketing, I have experience in marketing, so let me just share my profile. And the problem is, the moment your profile reaches, because there are thousands of profiles which have come as a response, problem number one, your profile could be rejected straight away because you've generically stated you're a marketing person. Point two, possibility two, that your profile gets shortlisted, though you have not specified in detail what they're looking for, but since you're qualified in marketing, your profile is shortlisted, but it ranks very low. So as a result, again, there's a good possibility that you may not be called for interview, or you might get rejected there itself. Now, simple solution that we are offering to you, which we want you to try, take the job description of the position you are interested in, take your profile, upload both of them in ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT to remake your profile document based on the job description attached. Now, why is this important? For two reasons. One is, if the company's recruiter is going to look at your profile, he's going to look at the keywords that you have mentioned in the job description, which are matching to your profile, are highlighted in your profile by ChatGPT. And the recruiter feels that, okay, this is a candidate we should meet. Possibility two, that the company has an ATS. And ATS is a system which is an applicant tracking system which most of the companies use these days. When profiles go in bulk, the ATS just looks at 4 or 5 key criteria that they're looking at and matches whether it is available in the profile or not. Profiles which have those keywords are shortlisted and given a score. Profiles which do not have these keywords are straight away rejected. So if you use ChatGPT, when ChatGPT looks at a job description, it understands that these are the keywords the company is looking for in a candidate. These are the key skill sets and experience areas. And it tries to build your profile to highlight those areas. As a result, your profile will get a good score or it is likely to get shortlisted. So try doing this and see if it works for you. Okay. For more such information and tips, please come back to our channel, like and subscribe so that you get notified for any such videos that we upload. All the best for your profile, and I hope you get that interview invite. In our next video, we're going to talk about how do you prepare for that interview.